My name is Captain Michael Sharky Marquez. For as long as I can remember, a passion for fishing has flowed through my veins. I run Outcast Charters in Galveston, Texas, and love taking people out on the water and making memories that will last a lifetime. We're teaming up with some of the most incredible anglers around the great state of Texas to educate and show the beauty of God's creation. Join me in my constant pursuit to find the next Monsta Catch. I cannot wait. I've been looking forward to this. Y'all ready to catch some fish? We're going deep. We're going deep. Let's get it. So today we're hopping on the boat with our good friends over at SouthTexas Salt Life Adventures. We're going 150 miles out into the Gulf of Mexico in pursuit of some grouper, mahi-mahi, and even some tuna. Before we headed out on our adventure, it was really important that we got some fresh bait.
Live bait is always going to be your key in catching big fish. We're looking for the little spouts on the top of the water to indicate menhaden, and we're going to throw our cast net right on top of them and sink all the way to the bottom, then pull the net in.
So after we've boated a few different species of bait, we're going to stop at our first spot to target our grouper. These grouper live in extreme depths and they're hard to catch.
Look at this bait right here. That's unreal. So this was my first experience fishing for a big grouper. And Captain Ryan pulls out this massive bonita and he is gonna send this thing down whole.
So we've got just a grouper set up here with a breakaway weight. We're gonna put some light line on there. That way if it snags, we're still able to pull the fish out. The leader's actually a light cable with a heavy aught hook.
Yeah.
And we have butterflied this bait
That's
just
beautiful.
to give it a flutter action. Bait presentation, the tackle you use, and the depths you fish in are all key factors in your success.
There she goes, 700 foot down, baby. Really important that we have big reels with heavy drag and plenty of line capacity so that we're able to drop this bait down and catch this monster grouper. Something's eating.
After you send the bait down all the way to the bottom, you wait for that heavy, dead weight at the end of the rod. You know that fish has the bait and it's time to set the hook.
Go for it. Go, go, go.
Got it.
Go, 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 go. Wait, 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 wait. Go, 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 go. Come off.
Unfortunately, the fish didn't have the bait all the way in its mouth and we pulled it right out of there. We decided it was time to move on and headed towards our offshore rigs.
We had about a 2-hour journey left to go. About halfway, we rolled up on a perfect weed line. I knew I needed to slow the boat down and ease over there to find out what was lingering underneath. We always have rods ready, on the go, all the time.
So Captain Ryan started chumming heavy to pull whatever species were under that weed patch out so we can see what we were targeting.
Oh, there's a big mahi coming.
So after about 5 minutes of chumming heavy, a beautiful mahi-mahi swam out from under the weed lines and we knew that this was the fish we wanted to catch.
Set the hook. Set the hook.
Got him! Got him! Look at him jumping! Bro, sick! Woo! Mahi on!
Mahi don't always travel in schools. A more mature fish will travel alone. This female was coming in hot and she was ready to feed.
It's really important to keep that line extremely tight. That way you have no slack and less of a chance to lose this trophy fish. Boom! That's what I'm talking about! That's a beauty, man. Give me some. So once we got this trophy mahi-mahi in the boat, it was time to load up and head towards our deep water rigs. We are at our final destination, 150 miles out in the Gulf of Mexico. Earlier in the day, we casted up some fresh menhaden, some fresh live mullet. We're doing what's called bump trolling.
Bump trolling is a method we use for surface bait. We take a live bait, we send it out way behind the boat, and just allow the bait to move freely.
When you do bump troll lines, very important you have a little bit of light. One of their favorite baits out there is flying fish. So we're using live mullet on top of the water, and that little bit of light is what they really need to see that bait good.
After about 15 minutes of circling around the rig, we had our first hit. This is it, we are hooked up into a good fish. This thing absolutely smoked it. He's on the surface right now, you can see him busting. I was excited because I thought it was a tuna. Nice! What? It ended up being a really interesting looking fish called a Blackjack. What a beautiful fish that is. Look at that. Good gaff job on that. That thing absolutely smoked it. That's why I love saltwater fishing. You never know what you're gonna catch out here.
So the bump troll just wasn't producing, and Blackjack was not the species we were targeting. So we swapped it up to some jigs to see if we could make it happen.
What are we looking for when we're targeting these tuna out here?
We're gonna pull up close to the structure first, and we're gonna locate some blackfin. We're gonna look for bait balls on the screen. Once we start catching the blackfin, we'll start using them as bait, focus on catching the yellowfin.
Very nice. We backed the boat up to the deep water rig, dropped our lines down, and started working that lure as fast as we could. Within seconds, the bite was on. It feels like a tuna. I never caught one, but it feels like the tuna. There she is. Yeah, baby. Nice.
There's your little blackfin, brother.
Tuna, man. So Captain Jeff was telling us what depth these blackfin tuna were hanging around. We were able to release our line and really scope out the distance so we can jig and get hooked up fast. Man, jigging like this is pretty exciting because you never know when they're gonna strike, and when it does, you better be ready for it. It'll wake you up. There he is. Yes, sir. Woo!
They are beautiful, aren't they?
That's what I'm talking about.
You see those big eyes? Man, they can see incredibly well at pitch black dark. It's unreal.
Ow! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Doubled up. That's a big old blackfin. Woo! Great job, Megan. Got him on the double up. Beautiful fish. We were dropping these different color jigs, catching the blackfin, and now you're saying, strap in, let's try to target a yellowfin tuna. So how are we gonna do it?
Right, we're gonna use a technique called chunking.
Okay.
We're gonna take a bunch of cut bait, and we're gonna take this hook tied to about a 90-pound fluoro leader. Sure. We're gonna put one of the pieces of bait on that hook, but bury it and hide it really well.
Right.
And then we're gonna throw it in first, then take a handful of that cut bait, throw it in right behind it, and just start letting this line down to the fish themselves, or with the ball of chum.
And get ready for a fight.
And get ready for a heck of a fight.
So we set up our drift and the water was exploding with tuna. So this fish is so big that we're actually having to strap Captain Ryan in so he can fight him. This is what we came here for. Oh my God, dude. What a fish. Tune in next week to see what we reel in.